Hello. I'm waiting for Kat to join. Hopefully she will. We shall see. Let's hang on. I'm not in my brand wear, but I've got my brand mug. I don't know if I need to invite her. Let's have a look. I've sent her an invite. Oh, she wants to join me. Let's let her in. Approve. Send request. Oh, why can't they join? Approve. You're only set to custom, so that only the people that you select watch this live broadcast. Send a request. All right, hang on. Let me change this. All group members. Kat, I don't know why I can't invite you. Let's keep going and try it. Sorry, got extreme photo. Oh no, we don't need that. Oh, hello. You've done it.
I've done it. I'm in.
I don't even know.
I don't know. I came out and then it had a little notification saying you've been asked to join. So I don't think I can request to join from the start. But
yeah,
I was in watching you and I was requesting and it wasn't working. So I was like, I'll just come out and wait for you to request me in. And look, she's asleep.
She's asleep. My husband's been asleep for 27. The other two. There is a big experience.
Yeah. Can you hang on a minute? Can you hear? I might have to hold my phone because I think it's not working properly. But never mind.
Can you hear interference when I'm talking?
Not now. I can't.
No, it was your phone. Then,
I think. Yeah. I think because my phone is on a stack of things. But anyway, my head is massive. Let's put the phone back a bit.
You forgot. You look rosy cheeked.
I've been in the hot tub. That's why I'm just like. I've been quite stressed trying to get the child to sleep. It's not often that my 7-year-old goes to bed at 8 o'clock, but I've done it tonight, so we're all good.
Well done, you.
Anyway.
Well done. Anyway,
hello everybody.
Look.
Drop in the comments if you're watching us live, so we know that you are there. So just give us a thumbs up, hit the like, hit the love hearts. Absolutely. That's it. I've just love hearted myself. But yeah, just give us a little nudge so we know that you're there. So, hi. Good evening.
Customers getting in touch as well.
Oh yeah, should we put that on Do Not Disturb?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, we're still going. Right, we've paused.
Someone's having major Baraka withdrawals.
Yeah, well, yeah. You know, when customers are desperate to get on classes when they say their child's having Baraka withdrawals. Hello, Hannah. Hannah's in Turkey.
Hannah, why are you watching Turkey? Go away.
You shouldn't be working from Turkey, Hannah. Anyway.
No worky in Turkey.
No work here.
See what I did there? Anyway, right. Shall we get going?
Yeah, so day 2. So obviously this morning we put our little video out of kind of describing about our provision and what we do at Baby Spark. So hopefully that's got some of you thinking about like where you could see yourself potentially doing classes. Like, is there anything that kind of sparked your interest? So I've had a few people talking about what their favorite idea would be. So like whether they wanted to do toddlers, massage and so on. So that was lovely. So thank you to everyone for dropping in those comments. That was great. Absolutely. And then tonight we are going to talk about kind of who is our ideal franchise. Yeah. I've done a lot of talk. Can't speak. Our ideal franchise. Who are you? What are you all about? What's your motivation? What are your values? So we're going to talk all about that tonight. But in order to get to that point, I think we need to talk and go back to like brand values. What's our brand all about? What's our personal values as well? Because that throws everything, doesn't it? And I kind of touched on that a little bit last night, didn't I?
and start to talk about what our brand values are. So we have 3 business values that we run our business by. They're like our pillars,
Yeah.
would we say? Yeah,
Talk to me
that
about
we
pillars. So if you imagine like a pillar, 3 pillars stood up, we always talk about the 3. Yeah, so there are 3 things, the 3 fundamentals that we live and breathe by.
That's a good word. And they are community, connection, and empowerment. And everything we do kind of is driven by that and pulls back to that, doesn't it? So community, as in creating communities through our classes, but that community of like-minded business owners that we work with, the women that we work with, a like-minded community of business owners. So that's the first thing. We're really, really passionate about community. And the fact that we are dual franchisors as well, it's not just one person, kind of suggests that as well, doesn't it? So
yeah, exactly.
definitely.
We love that
Collaboration, absolutely. And the next one is connection. So we're all about connection. So connecting with our franchisees, connecting with our customers, connecting with the babies and the toddlers that we're with. And because if you haven't got connection, then you haven't got anything really. So that's where connection comes from. And we use that as well in our like wider business network, don't we? Like for
So like even like today we have connections with other people in the industry. So it's nice to have that wider network of people that we can lean on when we need to.
Yeah, we've been to that. We're part of encouraging women in franchising EWIF, and that's amazing. That's a really connected group, isn't it? So that's our second value. And then our last one is empowerment. We're all about empowering women, smash the patriarchy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like we can do this. We are. It's the uprising.
Uprising.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think we should get that smash the patriarchy, Baby Sparks
The
t-shirt.
patriarchy, Baby Sparks. Yeah.
We're not like raging feminists, by the way. Like we do love men.
Raging feminist.
But
it's feminist. But my husband's a feminist as well, or he says he is.
Well, it's the thing. It's like you can. It's that empowering and that uplifting for other people to realise that you can do this. Like even before I was part of Baby Sparks, I never thought that it would be possible to be a business owner as a woman and be successful.
Yeah.
And it's like you absolutely can do it. Yeah.
100%. Yeah, definitely. Like I'm so proud to be a female business owner, empowering other women to do the same. Like it makes me so proud to be in this position and be in this role. Far more proud than when I was a teacher. I was a proud teacher as well, but like now I'm like,
it's fulfilling in a different sense, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. So there are business values, but then behind that there's obviously our personal values. And I think, well, I know that you will agree, we are very different people in that sense, but we have values that align, don't we? So my values, and this kind of goes back to when I started really, and what I wanted. And I started the business when my oldest started school, and now he's in year 7, which is just scary. But I just wanted to be more present. Like there isn't any more simple way to put that I was a teacher, I was working 60-hour weeks, and although I was fulfilled in my working life as a mother, I just wasn't present enough, and I felt this tremendous guilt for that other people, I was going out to work to look after other people's children while other people were looking after my children.
It's yours.
Like the absolute like juxtaposition of it just ate away at me. So a huge value for me when I started the business was I just wanted to be more present. I wanted to be a more present parent, and I felt that doing something that still drew on all my strengths and my expertise as an educationalist, as an early years specialist, but doing it on my terms in the hours that I wanted to work, that was such a huge driver, and that was a really strong value for me when I started. And maybe I didn't even realise that it was such a strong value at the time.
Until you look back at it now. When you look at it now.
Yeah, I absolutely know that. But beyond that, I was always and still am always very, very passionate about child development, very passionate about giving children the best chances. We always talk about the first 1,000 days, don't we, and how important that is. And that was a real driver for me, that I wanted to make a difference. So people often say, why did you go into teaching, or why does anyone go into teaching? And I think the truest teachers say to make a difference. And so it was about making that difference to myself, about being more present and continuing to make a difference to other families through my kind of knowledge about child development, and sharing that and developing something that was special, that felt like a community. So they were my personal values. For me, being a mum, like I've always loved being a mum, and I fell into it naturally. I was really one of those lucky ones that didn't experience any kind of postnatal emotions, depressions. I just fell into it. I just loved it, which is a good job because I have 3 of them. So, you know, it's a good job that it came so naturally to me. So that wasn't like a value for me at the start, about being that safe space for mums, but it is now. But I think for you, you had a different experience, didn't you? And maybe your
Yeah.
values are
Is that
different
it
to
is different, yeah. So obviously
yeah,
when I first got introduced to Baby Sparks, it was as a customer to your
yeah,
classes, and I just moved to a new town, so I didn't know anybody, so I didn't have that community space. I didn't do anything with my daughter for the first 9 months of her life,
yeah,
and I have no idea how I got through it. And I think that had an impact on my mental well-being, because I
yeah,
did fall into a bit of postnatal depression. It's
mm,
because I wasn't doing stuff with her. I wasn't going
yeah,
out. I wasn't going to groups. I wasn't engaging with other parents and
yeah.
children. So then when I
It's
did
really
find that
sad.
safe
You're
space,
so sociable.
oh,
That makes me feel so
I
sad.
know, but I wasn't aware of it. I just didn't seek it. I don't think I just didn't
Yeah,
look for it.
yeah,
And then it just so happened that I came to your class, and then I was like, oh, this is actually really nice. And it was a really welcoming, safe
yeah,
space to meet other
yeah,
parents. So then it was like, oh my God, these things exist. This is brilliant.
yeah,
And then it did really help me. And I still speak to some of those people now, like 7 years on. I'm still they're
yeah,
friends for life.
yeah,
So
yeah,
having that lifeline and that group to go to really did help me. And so then, as now a leader and a franchisor, being able to give that back to the
yeah,
community and to provide those spaces for other parents
yeah,
is really important. And then with the franchisor hat on, being able to, obviously me leaving teaching as well and having a job which is on my own, like we say, on our own terms, our own hours. We manage ourselves. We are our own boss. We can take holidays when we want. All of those perks. It's now really important for me that I educate and empower other women that this is a possibility, not
yeah.
necessarily with us, but just
In general,
overall, like there are other options out there,
you
and
can
you
take them
can
simple. Yeah,
have a really nice work-life balance
yeah,
if it works if
yeah,
it works for you.
yeah.
And I couldn't imagine doing anything else now, because it's like you become accustomed to it, don't you? I'm like, I'm not
Wow.
paying yeah, I'm not going back to that. I'm not going back to teaching, absolutely
Yeah,
not.
I couldn't do it. I
Yeah,
could not go back now to being like indoctrinated in a system, like in any system,
yeah,
really. Yeah, like being able to make our own choices and our own decisions
decisions,
is,
yeah.
and it's hard sometimes, isn't it? Having big decisions to make. But I absolutely couldn't go back to the 9 to 5 now. It just, yeah,
No.
it wouldn't fit for me at all. No, not at all. But going back to what you were just saying, obviously being gay and proud as well, kind of providing that inclusive space. I see that from you, that like everybody is welcome here. Like you are so good at that, and so good at being like big mama, come into my art, not
Yeah.
literally, but like I think people
Well, I
feed
do
off
that
that
as
with
well.
you.
I give out of hugs if I want them.
God. I think no, I think people feed off that with you, and I think that is such a strong personal value that you only have to meet you for 5 minutes to know that that's the case.
Yeah, I
So
always like to make
um,
sure that it is that inclusive space. So regardless of age, gender, sexuality,
yeah,
ethnicity, anything like that, it's just like everybody. Just there's no judgment. There's nothing at all. And I think being open myself with my own family dynamic, the fact that I'm a 2 month family, baby that was born through IVF and all the rest of
yeah,
it. So that a lot of customers kind of hone in on that as well, and think, oh, I can have a conversation, and it's just gives you a bit of relatability as well, doesn't it, with your customer
yeah,
base. But and that's also
100%.
something we look into, like obviously because we're going to go on to like the franchisee characteristics, but all of our franchisees have that relatable background of being mums and being parents and having that experience.
Can I just tell you something? Your screen has frozen,
Oh no,
and I can just
I'm
feel
not frozen.
I
I'm
can,
still
maybe it's
moving on
fake.
mine.
I can just see your dimples. And anyone who's
No,
watching, can you tell us if Kat's screen is frozen for you as well? That would be
you
good.
keep
If you
cracking up, but I don't know whether it's your signal. But I am still going on mine. I'm still moving.
oh, okay. Well, we'll just gloss
We'll see
over
what
it.
happens on the replay. We'll look back and it'll just be me frozen like the Joker for the whole time.
Your dimple looks good though. Your dimple looks good.
Thanks.
That's all
It's
right.
still got a fat face. It's still got a chubby face. That's
You
why.
know,
Anyway, right. Let's get on to the franchisee characteristics. What
yeah,
makes an ideal franchisee? So it's not particularly a job description list, but there are a set of characteristics which work really well for someone who is thinking of taking on a franchise in the children's activity sector.
yeah,
Helen,
there are.
go for it.
Okay, I've made a bit of a list, really, which you'll be proud of, Kat,
I
because
know,
I'm
I
not
love
a
a
big
list.
list mate. Yeah, love a list. Anyway, so what do we look for, or what? Not so much what do we look for. What when we speak to people, do we go, okay, you're our kind of person. So I think first and foremost is having that kind of open mindset, being open, being welcome, being warm, and
Yeah.
just being that person that is like, yeah, actually, I'm really interested in this. I don't know if it's right for me right now, but I want to find out about it.
Open
And having
mindset. Yeah.
an open, oh, you're back. There we go. An open mindset. You've been like this, honestly, you've been like this.
I've been frozen on you all the time. Go
Yeah,
on. I'm still
which
moving.
made me realise I have more face lines than you, but that's because I'm older than you. So, um, yeah, I think having that open mindset and just being an open person, not a closed book, someone that is like, hi, this is me, this is what I'm all about, this is what I'm thinking about, is really, really important. And I think that makes, oh, you're frozen again. Are you there?
You're
Completely.
cracking
I'm
up.
just going to keep
Carry on.
talking
Just
till
keep
she
going.
comes back. Oh, you look quite scary now. But I think that's really, really important, and I think that's something we talk about the primacy effect when we. Oh, you're back again and smiling now. We talk about the primacy effect when we do franchisee training, don't we? And about how that first impression is made within the first 5 minutes, probably
Yeah.
less than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you can feel that in someone. They don't even really need to say much, but you can feel that when we
Get
speak to
vibe.
people. The vibe. So I think that, and that's sometimes really, really hard to put a label on what that vibe is. But when we get on a call with someone, you can just feel that vibe. So I think that's really important, and that's probably a little bit wishy-washy and out there. But anyway, so that's my first thing of what I always feel like. What do I look for? And it's more about what do I feel, not what I look for. So that's mine. Go on, over to you then. What's yours? What would you say?
It's got to be someone. So, an ideal franchisee to me would be someone that is passionate about early years development, but may not necessarily have an education background. Because I think that sometimes can be a bit people can worry about that. We've had people that have approached us like, oh, but I'm not a teacher. It's like, it doesn't matter. If you've got a passion for early years and you want to learn and you want to engage in that development and you want to do really well, then that top trumps you having a teaching degree. Like we're not
100%.
looking for teachers. Teachers are great, obviously, because we are teachers, but what we do in our franchise and in our classes can be taught. We can teach you those things because remember, like we said on Monday, it's a business in a box, so all that information is provided to you. So that's important. So someone who's really passionate about the job, and is going to love what we do, and also someone who is open for collaboration and takes on other people's ideas and opinions. Because when we talk about network, like Helen said the other day, it's the network within us, within Baby Sparks, the other franchisees. So being willing to listen to others, to contribute to other people's discussions and kind of bounce off other people's ideas and work together whilst trying to build your business, I think it's quite important. So being open to that
Really
collaborative work.
important. Yeah, really, really, really important. And I've got written down similar things. I've put, not afraid of hard work,
Yeah.
and eager to learn, eager to change, eager to collaborate and learn
Make a
from other
difference
people.
as well.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, absolutely. What else have I written down then? I have put down someone that's creative, and that's not necessarily someone that can sit and paint and draw or sew something. I don't mean that kind of creative, but someone that is a bit of a creative thinker. Oh, you're back again. Hello. Don't freeze.
I've been here the whole time.
Have you?
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, like someone that's got that creative
Yeah.
way of thinking. But it doesn't. It's more like problem solving than being creative. This goes back down to like me and you and how we're similar but different in that I would say we talk about this regularly. You are the organised one out of the two of us. So I've written down like creative but organised. But that's not to say you're not creative either. I see how you deliver in your classes and how creative you are and how like you use your resources to create these wonderful environments for the children. So it's about being creative and organised at the same time. But that organised is really important as well, and that's something that I've had to learn, and I've learned that from you. I've learned a lot of that from you. In that before Kat came onto the business, when it was just me, before
wing it.
I would just wing it. This is like before franchise days, though, isn't it? This is like early days, business conception days, and I would just be like, oh yeah,
see what happens.
And I remember you being like, when like you first onboarded and came into the business, you're like, where are the plans for that?
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
Where's this? Where's that? And you were like, it's in my head. I was like, let's get that down on paper.
Yeah, so I think kind of having the best of both worlds, being able to draw on both of those things, being creative, and even if you're a little bit like me and not the most organised, naturally, Kat will get you organised.
I've got a spreadsheet for everything. You'll be fine.
That's what she says. That's so funny. Earlier on there, you sent me a link to something, didn't you? And I was like, oh, I can't access it. I'll go on my laptop and look at it later. Is it a folder of videos?
I just replied, no, it's a spreadsheet, obviously.
No, it's a spreadsheet. And then sent me like a stupid meme. Like, obviously.
Of course it's a spreadsheet. What else is it going to be? I must send you about 15 spreadsheets a week, a new one every week.
I know. Anyway. This is why I keep saying we need to sort our CRM out. Trello. So it's too many spreadsheets, mate. You can have too much.
Too many.
Yeah. So anyway, we digress. That creative but organised, or if you're not organised.
And if you're someone that goes into a charity shop or goes into IKEA or goes into Hobbycraft and you see something, you're like, oh my God, I could make something jungle themed with that, or that would be perfect for a sensory session. You're winning. I have to drag myself away from places like that. So that creative flair does come in as well, but it's not like. But I think the main thing for us is vibing, and this comes down to when we have our what they're called right fit calls. So when we have right fit calls with people, that's the very first instance where we get to meet you and talk to you in person. So getting you on the screen on a Teams call, it's like 15 minutes, if that, out of your day, and it's called right fit, to see, are you the right fit for us? Are we the right fit for you? So we'll pop the link for that in the bottom of this live, and we'll mention it again later. But yeah, that's a chance for you to kind of just talk to us and say, well, this is where I am. Yeah. Is this right thing for me?
Yeah, definitely. And it might not be that it's right for right now, but it's about having that conversation. Like, you're never going to waste our time. Just like it's just a conversation, really. And yeah, we like talking, so it's all good.
You never guess.
Yeah, the other thing, this is a little bit out there though, but I was thinking about, okay, so our franchisees that we've got, they're all very different, aren't they?
Yeah, got a mixed bag.
Different employment histories, different careers, pivoted out of this, pivoted out of the other. They're absolutely not all teachers. There are some teachers, but there's like PA, well, what were PAs, administration, medical, what else? Retail, marketing, so all different. I've got my pen on my finger, sorry. All different, oh, my phone's buzzing again. Different factors, but do you know what I think every single one of them have got in common? This is really, really funny. They all love animals, and it's that
nurture. It's a nurture streak.
That nurture streak, that inbuilt desire to nurture. So pretty much
care.
And look after something, and it's that collaboration, community, connection, isn't
Yeah.
it? Those values that we go back to. So, you know, with, you know, our franchisees have got dogs or cats, or
Mine.
there's your cat. My
No,
dog's
that's my
by my
dog.
feet. Is
My
that your
cat.
dog? Oh, that's Hattie dog. Hi,
Petty
Hattie.
dog.
Hattie dog.
Hi.
But you've
The
got a
cat's
dog.
on the hot tub. I live in a best life.
Not in the hot
No,
tub.
she lies on the top of it
On the
because it's warm.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Not swimming in the hot
My
tub.
dog's by my feet. Alan, cat drowning in a hot tub. I'm talking about nurture, and your cat's
No,
drowning out.
my cat's not drowning. It's all good. Yeah, no, it definitely does stem back to that. That's a good point, actually. I've not thought about it like that.
Yeah, it is,
Yeah.
isn't it? And I'm right, aren't I?
You are
I'm right.
absolutely right.
Yeah. You see, one of Katie's motivators, so we'll meet Katie later on in the week, won't we? Is that guinea pigs?
Oh,
She wants some
she
guinea
loves
pigs.
guinea pigs. She wants
She's
guinea
like,
pig sanctuary.
and yeah, exactly. And she's like, I want to get to the point where, like, I think Jude maybe needs to be a little bit older, but where I've got that time in the day to have my guinea pigs, because that was something that she had to give up when she was teaching. And
Yeah.
there you go. You see,
Oh.
I know. So there you are. If you're a guinea pig owner, come and speak to us.
Yeah.
So there we are. I would say, without kind of delving too deeply into it,
Yeah.
they're the main threads, aren't they? Really.
Yeah. I think what's important for anyone watching this is to kind of have a think about, do you align with our values? Do you align with the sort of things we look for in an ideal franchisee? Can you imagine yourself doing that role? Do you want to put yourself in a position where you're in control of your work hours, working with like-minded women like us, obviously as franchisors, but other franchisees?
Yeah.
And if there are any questions about the sort of character or what you kind of need to be like to do the job, then feel free to drop them in the comments. But I think we've covered most of it. I think it's a lot of it like we just...
Yeah, no, I feel like we've covered pretty much all of it. I think, I suppose the only thing that we haven't talked about is that kind of that experience, like employment experience, work experience, and lived experience that our franchisees bring to the table.
Yeah.
Like this month, it was last week, wasn't it? We had our monthly training, and it was good practice sharing, and everyone had 5 minutes and then a couple of minutes for questions to bring an element of good practice to the table. And that like showed me people's different personalities as well, in terms of what element of good practice that they wanted to share. So one person was sharing information about data, and that was part of their past career. They used a lot of data to inform their decision making, and she was so good at it and so good at sharing insights, and like knowing that actually, do you know what, if you take on a franchise like our franchise, or any franchise, you're going to use all that lived experience, all that work experience, and it's transferable skills. You're going to transfer those skills into business ownership, aren't you? So regardless what your career was, there will be a huge amount of transferable skills that you can bring over, and we would be utterly foolish not to tap into those transferable skills. And I think that's why when we do business planning with our franchisees, when we've kind of got past the right fit, past the discovery, and we're going on to the right, okay, so we're thinking about awarding you a territory now, let's look at business planning and tell us about how you want to do this, what you want to do. We say, like, what transferable skills have you got, then what are you going to bring? You know, how can you use your experience in your career to date to help
support the network, support yourself.
Support yourself, support the network, and recognizing those skills. Like,
it taps into the collaborative working as well, doesn't it? And that community that we have.
And I think it also it shares this message that actually we don't stand there on ceremony like we're the font of all knowledge, because we're really not. And I am absolutely the first person to say, I don't know the answer to that, but I will find out and let you know. And then Kat goes, I've got a spreadsheet for you.
I've got the spreadsheet ready. Don't knock it. Keeps us organised.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, there's that, isn't there? Definitely, that you will have values, you will have skills, and then you'll have work experience as well, and all those things kind of come together, really.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Right.
So that's what we look for. What are we talking about tomorrow? I can't even remember.
What makes us different?
Yes.
What makes us different? So so tomorrow is what makes us different. So we're going to be, sorry, I'm moving around, making everyone feel seasick. So we're going to basically give you an insight tomorrow night about what makes Baby Sparks stand out, what makes us unique, why we are different to other providers, and what you would gain from joining our franchise as opposed to another provider's. And I'm not going to tell you what's happening later in the week. We'll save it. We'll tell you tomorrow. You have to tune in tomorrow to find out.
Tune in.
But yeah, please let us know in the comments if you're watching it via a replay, just so that we know if anyone's come back and watched it. And then we will pop on in the morning as well. We'll put our morning video up, and then talk throughout the day. But the wall's open, so write anything if you've got any questions or if it sparked any interest or any thoughts.
Cool.
That is not a celebrations tin, by the way. That is empty.
Did you eat them all?
No, they're from Christmas.
Are they?
They're just empty. I think they've got tools in. I wish they had celebrations.
I've still got a Cadbury's Heroes tub from Christmas in my room, and I'll let you guess. What's the only chocolates that are left in it? That
Milky Way.
No,
Bounty.
no. It's not a Mars one.
Oh, I'm thinking. Oh, Heroes. Twix.
Heroes one.
Is Twix in Heroes? What's in a Heroes box?
Oh my God, where's your chocolate knowledge tonight?
It's because that's all I can think. I don't normally have Heroes. I have celebrations.
I'm just going to tell you because it's painful now. Eclairs.
Oh, I love an eclair. I'll have them when I come round to your house next week for our meeting. There you go.
All right, here's these tenders. Come round my house.
Right, we're going to love you and leave you. So don't forget, we're going to put in the comments our link to our calendar. If anyone wants to jump on.
If anyone wants to come and have 15 minutes with us, as you can tell, we're like really corporate.
Yeah. I was going to say it'd be more like half an hour, but yeah, no, honestly, 15 minutes. Just have a chat if you want to learn a bit more. But yeah, we'll be back on in the morning.
We shall indeed. I'm going to go and watch something rubbish on telly now. I don't know what to watch.
I just think my child is still asleep. I'm going to carry on my paint by numbers.
Say, are you painting?
Yeah, I'm going to do it
tonight. What night is it? Tuesday night. There's nothing on the telly on a Tuesday night.
No.
Did you watch The Last of Us last night? Are you watching this?
No, I haven't watched that. No. Right, let's go and enjoy.
Yeah.
Right, we'll speak to you later, everybody.
I'm going to end it. I need to pick it up because I can't reach it otherwise. See you later. Oh, she's gone, look. See you later, guys.